Good evening and welcome to the Aviva Stadium here in Dublin ahead of this all-Scottish Europa League Final between Rangers and Scottish champions Queen of the South. Now we're joined by Queen's manager Aussie Villain. And Aussie, how do you feel ahead of the big game?
Look, I don't know, mate. I've got a bit of a bad feeling about it, to be honest. You know, we were in a different division to Rangers in the league, so there's a lot of expectation, and I just hope I don't stuff the team talk up, really. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South. It is our date with destiny today. It is the Europa League Final, Season 10, and we're in the European Final, Episode 17 today. And it is the all-Scottish affair with Rangers in Ireland, in Dublin. And hopefully, as I say there, we are going to get the win here. Now, there's a little bit to catch you up on. Before we get there, we're going to wrap up the Scottish League season. And of course, we'll also have our end-of-season awards today as well. Find out who you guys voted our Viewers Player of the Year. But let's wrap up the league season. We'd already been crowned champions. We then went to Celtic Park, and let's see what happened. And Marusso crossed for Arvik to give us an early lead. Only for Celtic to quickly draw level. They went in front late in the first half. And then added a third before half-time, before getting a fourth in the second half. Oh dear, we played like we had nothing to play for in this one. I gave Perez a game in goal, just trying to get some match sharpness in case Bostic was to get an injury and we would need him. We won't be doing that again. He was absolutely horrid. And, you know, it wasn't a particularly weak team, but it certainly wasn't our strongest team. And yeah, like I say, we played like we had nothing to play for. So that was very, very disappointing. Next up, it was our final home game of the season against Motherwell. Motherwell took a first half lead. But Walker pulled us level just after half time, only for Motherwell to restore their lead. Yes, so this is troubling at this point. We lost the game. We didn't deserve to lose the game, if that makes sense. It wasn't necessarily that we played poorly. It was, one of those games, and I really do struggle at times to motivate the team once, any team, not just this team, once there's nothing to play for. They had 3 shots on target. They scored 2 of them, and we had 58% possession, 90% pass completion. We created chances. We just really did struggle to put them away. Diaz and Leighton went up top for this one. Yeah, I mean, it was a relatively strong side. What I didn't want to happen is for the a lot of our first choice players to not play before the final and then get loose some match sharpness. So I played quite a few of them in this one, but you would not have known it. Final game to catch you up on was actually a preview of the final because we went to Ibrox to play Rangers. Rangers took an early lead. And made it 2-0 late in the first half, before adding a third in the second half. So there we go. I'll be honest, we were pathetic at times in this game. That being said, the score flatters them quite a bit. We weren't that much worse than them. We just didn't really play well. We played with wingers as much as anything to try and throw them off at the final. And well, what we've done is we've put them in a false sense of security. We've got them right where we want them. So yeah, not the strongest end to the season, and obviously a slight concern about the recent form. If we go and have a look at how the season finished off in terms of a league table, we can see it there. So 90 points is what we ended up on, and you can see everything there. St Mirren and Wraith Rovers are the teams that got relegated. If you go back to this relegation playoff, it's Hamilton that beat St Mirren in the playoff, and then if we go down a division, we can see that it is Dundee United that are also coming up along with the Ackies. So that was that. Now there are some end of season awards for the league. So the top goal scorer was Celtic's Ali Spence. We didn't have anybody in the top 3, which is a little bit disappointing. The rookie of the year was Thomas Bowl. Now I'm not sure that's the Scottish Players Young Player of the Year, and then the Scottish Writers Young Player of the Year was Ayrton. So we've got 2 awards there. I managed to get Manager of the Year, which was nice. And then if we keep going up here, the Premiership Team of the Season. Now that, for a team that essentially dominated the league, scored at times at will, Our goalkeeper is the only player in the team of the season. That's not right. Maybe because we switched players quite a bit. That's potentially why. But I find that slightly outrageous, if I'm honest. But anyway, it's done now. We'll just have to cope with the trophy, won't we? All right, let's go and play this final. I just have a little bit of a bad feeling about it, and I think that just comes down to the fact that I feel like we should win. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. It's the same formation that we faced when we played them in the league, and this is the team. These are the heroes that will hopefully be winning a first ever European trophy for the club. So Bursik in goal, Hansen, Bukiano, Walker captain, and Ayrton as the back four. Mihai, Mashagi, and Alvarez in midfield. It's Santos in behind Johnny Angus, and Celino gets the start up front just ahead of Thomas Boll. The bench, it's an extended bench for the final. It's Perez, Toro, Adu, Amaruso, Muras, Irving, Bayless, Arvik, Boll, Bermudez, Johnson, and Diaz. All right, here we go. We can see the team sheets there. All very familiar names. Chavez and Santos were the two that taunted us, I'd say, in the league. Now, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to take the pressure right off here. Go out there and enjoy yourselves tonight. I don't want to put any more pressure on them than that. It's a final. The nerves are going to be there. Let's hope that we can overcome them. All right, and here we go. So they are playing as expected. And I'm going to struggle to speak, if I'm honest. I don't really want another penalty shootout. Look at that recent form. It does concern me a little bit. The actual club atmosphere in that is not too bad. Now, that's mostly because we've won the league, I imagine. But yeah, I mean, it is just troubling, the recent form. But like I say, what I can write it off as is we'd already won the league. I was trying to give players playing time, so it wasn't necessarily a stronger side than any point. There, slightly overhit pass. And what we don't need is to fall behind in the opening few minutes here. There's a ball into the box. Walker. Oh, it's offside. Ayrton did brilliantly to get back. Whether or not it was going to be a penalty is the other question there, but he was offside and we got away with it. But perhaps a warning sign there. We have settled down somewhat since then, though. We've shading possession. And we've got a highlight. Bursik with the ball at his feet. Bukiano. Look at our wide players. Ayrton is in absolute acres. We've gone the other side to Hansen. Hansen goes early looking for Celino. Celino pounces. Celino! Oh, what's he just given it to the goalkeeper? Oh, it looked like he didn't know whether to shoot or try and chip him, and in the end, he just gave it to him. He did so well until the finish, didn't he? Picked the defender's pocket. Just couldn't quite finish things off there. Bursik's ball. Gets it forward quickly. Oh, it's a good ball to find Johnny Angus as well. Mihai to Santos to Mashagi. Goes back for Walker. Across to Bukiano. Is he going to look for the ball out to Hansen? I'd like to see us get our wing-backs involved a little bit more here if we can. All the way back to Bursik. Bukiano to Walker again. It's slow. It's patient. Do we have a sting at the end of this? Again, back to Walker. There's the ball. There's a really good ball for Ayrton. Ayrton's gone past his man as well. Can he find Celino in the area? Lots of support coming in as well. Celino can't miss, and it's 1-0. It's 1-0 to Queen of the South in the final. It was a 16th goal for Celino, but what about Ayrton? He signed a 5-year extension, no release fee, late on in the season, and he is, I'm going to say, the best right back in the world. I don't know. I have no terrible defending by Sanu. Now, he's the guy that Celino nicked the ball off of, isn't it? Could easily be 2-0 and both goals be his fault. I've panicked there and I haven't said anything to them. Can we get out, put the pressure on here? Celino. Mihai goes across. What's going to become of this? Keep your defensive shape back there, boys. There's the ball in. Ayrton's there. Heads it clear. Only as far as the Rangers defender, though. Crossfield pass. Hansen's there. Oh, again, we can't get this clear. There's a loose pass. Bursik picks it up. And what will become of this highlight from here, I wonder? Bukiano gets it wide for Hansen. Alvarez, he's coming forward now. Oh, and it's not a good pass again. Santos, though, this is horrible football, but can we make them pay? We're sort of slowly getting ourselves up the field. Crossing me high, and it's not a good finish. Let's just give it a focus. It was error-prone football, wasn't it? But, well, we did enough. It's maybe not been the highest quality game so far, but we do have the moment of quality. And that's the main thing. We're coming up to half-time. And we have the lead. Okay. Don't get complete. No, I think just there's still no pressure, boys. There's no pressure. You're in front. Enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Just remind Rangers that they're losing a final. You'd hate to be, you know, have to go back to Glasgow as the losers, wouldn't you? You know, that kind of stuff. Really make them annoyed. You're getting an insight into my psyche here, aren't you? Just put the pressure on them. Just remind them, you know, just little subtle reminders like you're losing, guys. Don't do something visual like point at the scoreboard because that's only going to come back and haunt you. Just little things about how much you'd hate to lose the final. Come on. If we have a highlightless second half, I, for one, will be absolutely fine. I don't see a need to change too much. We probably don't need to be attacking. We'll just go back to positive. Let's give them some praise. That's delighted them. 10 minutes to go. We are this close to lifting a European trophy. Absolutely nothing is happening here. They've gone to a 4-4-2. Ayrton is tied on a booking. I don't really want to take him off, and we've got a highlight. We really didn't want this. They're putting pressure on us high up the pitch. They're getting desperate. Oh, Ayrton, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, what are we doing? Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh! Okay, let's close this down. It's the 89th minute. I don't see a need to for that to happen again. So we'll drop Mashagi back in. Having seen what Ayrton just did there, knowing that he's tied, let's take him off for Emma Russo, who's a good player. We'll just go fullbacks on support here. We don't need wingbacks bombing forward when we have a lead. And I'm wondering, Santos not having the greatest game of his life. Tommy Bayliss. Let's get him on the field for what could potentially be the key moment. He has been a wonderful player for us for so many seasons. We probably want him as a Mazzella. And then we can get Mihai in there as you can just go box to box for me. And then we'll go defensive. We'll lower that tempo down. We'll do all these sorts of things that will annoy them. We won't look for overlaps, actually, because, you know, we don't want players getting forward. We'll do that. And, yeah, I think that's all fine, isn't it? All right, just minutes to go. Just minutes to go. We're into stoppage time. We are this close. Come on, boys. Come on. 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 Hey, we've done it. We are the Europa League champions. It was just the one goal. It wasn't a classic, but finals very rarely are. And it's going to be Andrew Walker to lift a first ever European trophy, not just for Queen of the South, but in impossible dream history. It's not the one we want, but it's only one level below it. And we are the champions of Europe. Not the kings of Europe, but let's say the queens of Europe. So there we go. We arguably weren't the better side. They had more shots, but we had more possession. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a final. All you've got to do is win it. And we won it. So there it is. Queen of the South lift the Europa League. We celebrate a double. We've got money in the bank. All the European medal winners, we can see them there. Yeah, I mean, just well done to everybody that played their part, and those that didn't. You've still got a medal even if you didn't. So well done to Perez, to Muros. Muros didn't play in Europe. That's surprising. Clockerty as well, who is leaving us because his contract is up. We're praised by the supporters. And, well, there it is. It's a first European trophy. Ayrton, that assist, that was something else, wasn't it? Yeah, he is just a brilliant player for us. And it does beg the question. There's the review of the competition. I mean, Tottenham were in it. City were in it. PSG were in it. Queen of the South won it. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. And let's have a look and see what that does for coefficients. So the national coefficient ranking is going to be 69.8. So we're going to go ahead of Portugal. So we're going to go ahead of Portugal. Now, in terms of qualification places, that's going to mean an extra place in the Champions League. So 2 in the group stage, which means obviously first and second. And then the third place team will also then go in the qualifiers. Now, what that does suggest is that Rangers and Celtic are both going to be regular Champions League participants, which means they're bigger stadiums that might actually make our life a little bit more difficult. But it is what it is. We're not going to worry about it. We're just going to do our best and hope that we should be able to, hopefully with my expertise management, be still able to do what we need to do against them. And we are currently 30th in the coefficient rankings. Now, we're going to have 73 coefficient points moving forward. Marseille is going to be, but we're going to move up a few spots here. Look at this. Potentially inside the top 25. We'll be ahead of Celtic. Will we be ahead of Rangers? No, Rangers will still be ahead of us. So we'll be the second best team still, but both of us will have overtaken Celtic. So that is that. Guys, that was special. I'm really, really proud of that. But wait right there. After the break, it will be the end of season awards. And let's hope we celebrate this in style. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your Europa League champion, Queen of the South, end of season awards.
Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Champions of Europe will take it. Thank you very much. Thank you and welcome to our end of season awards. Now, the Queen does send her apologies. She couldn't be with us tonight. She had a pre-arranged beheading. So she had prior-arranged something about an English law that trespass. I don't know. It's the Queen. But anyway, the players they've just done outstanding, haven't they? League champions for a second time. Europa League champions for a first time. Forget the bet, Fred. That doesn't matter. Congratulations, guys. You've been superb this year. I just lost for words. Brilliant. Well done. The first award this evening is the Golden Pen for this season's signing of the year. And this guy, 6.5 million he cost us. And the more he develops, the cheaper that deal's going to look. So congratulations to this season's Golden Pen winner, Daniel Amoruso. The next award is the Golden Card, awarded to the player with the worst discipline. And, we had a guy go above and beyond to win the award this season. A big congratulations. 2 red cards, 7 yellows. That is how you win the Golden Card. Congratulations, Jan Hansen. The next award is the Golden Bullseye, awarded to the player with the best pass completion. And, he cost us a lot of money, this guy, but at times he can pass the ball accurately. With 98% pass completion, the Golden Bullseye goes to Giovanni Bucchiano. The next award is the Golden Spoon, awarded to that player who feeds the strikers, the man with the most assists. Now, unfortunately, the trophy appears to have gone missing. If anybody's seen the Golden Spoon, that'd be fantastic. But with 11 assists this season, the Golden Spoon goes to the left back, Jan Hansen. The next award is the Golden Anchor, awarded to that player that we can rely on, the player with the highest average match rating, and we do rely on this guy quite regularly, actually. He is just an absolute world-class player. 7.62 was his average this season. Congratulations, Ayrton! The next award is from the medical department. It is the Golden Cross for this season's most injured player. And this guy had a little bit of an unlucky break, quite literally. 30% of the season missed with a broken ankle. The Golden Cross goes to Eddie Johnson. The next award is the Golden Soother, awarded to this season's best young player. And, this guy is just, we've already seen him classed from head to toe. The best young player, the Golden Soother, goes to Ayrton. The next award is the Golden Boot for this season's top goal scorer. and I'm falling deeply in love with this man. He had 22 goals this season, many of them in Europe in the big games. Congratulations. The Golden Boot is Johnny Angus. The next award is the horse's ass for this season's worst player. And when you're assisting your own goal in a Champions League game, I mean, that is just a sensational achievement in many ways. So for that, among many other things, oh boy, Giovanni Bucchiano, you are tempting me to say you're a waste of money. The next award is the Viewers Player of the Year award, something that means a lot to everybody here at the club. I want to thank everybody who took the time to nominate and vote for the award. We had 2 nominees, and would you believe we had a dead heat? 50% of the vote each, so they're joint Viewers Players this season. It's Johnny Angus and Thomas Boll. Now, before we get to announcing the player of the season, we do need to acknowledge the team of the year. So if you do just direct your eyes up to the screen, you'll see your goalkeeper is Bursic. Your back 4 is Hansen, Walker, Toro, and Ayrton. The midfield is Irving and Alvarez. The attacking trio is Turpey, Santos, and Arvik. Some interesting choices there. And the striker is Thomas Boll. Well done, boys. You've all had wonderful seasons. I'm not sure that's the level I would have picked, but congratulations nonetheless. Well done. And now it's time for the big one. It is the Golden Star for this season's Queen of the Year. And, well, I think it picks itself, doesn't it? We had lots and lots of good players, but there's one man that stands out, and that also applies to the transfer market, and that man is this season's Player of the Year. That man is Ayrton. Congratulations, mate. Congratulations, Ayrton, and the rest of the winners this evening. And we've all been winners this season, haven't we? Wonderful, wonderful stuff. And it's going to be a big, busy summer as we look to go even better next season. And who knows? Maybe we could do the Europa League, Champions League back-to-back. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But until next season, I hope you all enjoy your summer. Thank you for coming out this evening. And just enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thanks. So there we go, end of season awards done for another year. Now let's enjoy having a look back at the season that was. Surprisingly, not many signings by my standards. Usually this is definitely a scroll down page, but Emma Russo was the signing of the year, which is just about fair enough. But Boll was a C- rating. I'm assuming that's down to the wage and fee, but anyway, he was still brilliant. Emma Russo was a D, Mihai a B, so there we go. They do know something to board. Bucchiano, he was given a D. In the end, you know, it justified the means, but he did struggle at times. And Leighton a C+. I'm not convinced we've not signed a good player there, but we'll wait and see. And the outs, Leshy was a good fee. He played a little bit. And Ianu was a cracking fee, and he played a fair bit for Cardiff as well. Let's go and have a look at the season results. We won the Premiership with a B- rated. Just all went a little bit sour at the end, but we already had the job done at that point. Champions League, well, there was the 4-1 against Real Sociedad that got us through the group. That was the standout performance in an otherwise kind of disappointing campaign in the Champions League. But it could not have gone any better in the Europa League. We are the champions. Look at that. We won every game of every tie except 2. But that's not too bad, is it? That's not too bad. And the Scottish Cup, of course, not great. We did get knocked out by Celtic, but only in the quarterfinals. And the Brett Fred, again, we lost to Celtic, this time in the final. Moments to remember, a 5-0 in the Champions League qualifiers. I would almost go as far as to say possibly, you know, maybe the final of the Europa League. The match to remember was a win against Rangers in the league. And the goal of the season was a Johnny Angus goal against Hearts. That's the one that the game has given. We will, of course, be voting in our own momentarily. The finances, still only a national reputation. I don't know what we're going to do to change that. Sponsorship was up. Broadcast revenue was down. That's down to Champions League, most likely. Corporate hospitality was roughly the same. Competition prize money was up.
and matchday commercial revenue was down slightly. Ayrton, unsurprisingly, is the most popular shirt, with Eddie Johnson, Johnny Angus, Walker, and Alvarez also in the top 5 there. Team of the season, there's some controversial ones in here, isn't there? Bursik is a bit of a no-brainer, but I'm going to say playing this formation, I mean, maybe you'd make an argument that's why Gary Turpie gets in, but as much as we love Gary Turpie, he was not in our best 11 this season. And Thomas Ball up front, Johnny Angus and Celino would probably both have something to say about that. The accolades, we can see everything here. It was an accolade-riddled season. Fans Player of the Year was Ayrton. He was also Young Player of the Year. We saw there Maruso was Signing of the Year. Top goal scorer was Johnny Angus. It was Hansen with most assists. It was Most Player of the Match awards for Ayrton, not an award that we give out, of course, but he had 9 Man of the Match awards, which is very impressive. He also won the Golden Anchor, and it was Rezaev, most passes completed per 90 minutes. Some record breakers. Celino had most goals by a player in a league match with a hat-trick. Most clean sheets in a season was Bursik with 29. Most Man of the Match awards for Ayrton was a record, and of course the Bucchiano fee absolutely decimated our previous record. And we can see there the 2 Young Players of the Year for the Scottish League. And there we go, history in the making. What a season it has been. So club vision and expectations for next season, I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be, so we'll just accept it, I think, unless there's anything we want to get rid of. I don't think so, so we'll just accept that. Squad dynamic update, we can see that there. I don't know what's going to happen this summer. I haven't really thought about it too much, and also a lot of it's going to come down to what we can do, really. The plans for next season, we'll do that off camera. It'll just basically be win the league again, and let's see if we can win the Champions League. And so there we go. The golden cross went to Eddie Johnson for his 4 months miss with a broken ankle. End of season, they all go on holidays for a little bit. Some awards here for the Europa League. Tals Magno even from Tottenham was the Golden Boot winner. And in the team of the season, Hansen and Walker have both made it. And again, slightly outrageous that a Rangers side that lost the final makes up 2/3 of the team of the season. But anyway, those are the breaks. Where do we want to go for pre-season? Let's keep it. Yeah, I can get on board with the trip to Germany. We don't want to go too far, given that it's already almost June. We're not going to have much time off here. But this, of course, now brings us to our goal of the season competition. Now, what we don't have is an all-time best 11 for you to look at, so we'll leave this here for you to have a read of the side of where they are now from 10 years ago. Some names there, I'm sure we'll remember. As ever, there's a link down in the description, so vote for the goal you think has been our goal of the season. There will be the goal the game gave, the Johnny Angus strike, plus 3 others that I deem worthy. And until next time, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you for a summer transfer special. Enjoy the trophy celebration. Here are top 4 goals from the 30-31 season. Don't forget to vote for your favourite.